So NSPECT takes 3D data and creates layers on top that show what your team needs to see. This could be an inspection report, a quality control review, safety inspection, a work plan for a site on how to repair and maintain a property, and more. While Brandon is an incredibly accomplished entrepreneur and tech expert, he seems to like to party. Brandon can be found DJing parties, events, and even weddings on occasion. Brandon, maybe you can kick off our next Space Jam event with your DJ skills, and you'll get the music and the beats just right. You think we can make a deal?
We could work something out. It's been a while. I forgot to. I remember you telling me if I didn't send a fun fact, you'd find something, and I'm surprised that's been. That was a while ago, and then we had to grow up and get real jobs.
Yeah, well, the internet's forever, Brandon, and I was excited to hear that you're so talented. You want to dive into NSPECT?
Yeah, appreciate it. Well, thank you for having us. I guess thank everybody for being here, and for those who decided to bail at the last minute, thanks for at least watching at midnight while you're catching up on emails. So to jump in real quick, we'll dive in and give a little story. With NSPECT, we had to solve one problem, which turned into three really fast. We were scanning massive city blocks, 50,000 plus, square foot buildings, and we needed to make that data actionable, for people to where they could move, and our clients, and we could get through it real fast, real easy. That was the first problem we set out to solve. Then quickly we learned what we also had to do was, as a product, we had to make it extremely easy to where anyone could actually use the product, meaning we could onboard a new client, train someone how to use it, and have them up and operational within an hour of actually getting into the product. So we had to take high-tech digital twin Matterport software, everything that's involved, and make it simple and easy to use. And the third is we had to make this scalable from the solopreneur all the way up to enterprise clients who need API access tied into work order systems. So with that said, I'll dive in here real quick and give everybody kind of an overview. This is a simple, we've all seen this model, and what we can do here is we have pretty much like matter tags that we can walk ourselves through. We can look at different areas that maybe there's an inspection that's been done. This is chemicals not stored properly. If we came down here, we wanted to see the actual electrical panels and things. What we're looking at here in this example is wondering if we have a lockout tag out procedure for this, panel. We can also go in and make edits, as we go through. We also have comments that teams can collaborate, they can mark information, but also, as we noticed here, this is saying, do we have a lockout tag out procedure on file? Someone's asked from an inspection. They can resolve, upload either pictures, documents, images, even attach another Matterport scan inside that will actually allow someone to submit a resolution for this. And then that can be from a manager level or an approval level that can be accepted or rejected. As people go through, very easy to add a point, as we can move around if we needed to place something right here. For example, all this is tied back to different inspection or project types. This, for example, is a safety inspection that we've got here. So this is where all users customize their own types of projects. So we might say that this is, we have heat showing up right here. This is something that we need additional detail, it needs to be submitted. For time, we'll just write demo real quick here. We'll try to at least. And then we might say that these are also as well. You can just, these layouts for whatever you actually need. It might be additional inspections, might say OSHA, anything that you want to put here. We'll then save that point. It will change color based on the status, if it's been approved, if it hasn't. And then we've got it here. But what we really needed, this was great and this worked, but what we needed to get this, if you remember, we said actionable data. So we turn around, and what NSPECT will do is we'll go take those digital twins, turn them into and extract out two-dimensional pictures of them to where all these points are marked up, as well as we'll include the resolution files if it's there so someone can see it. So this can be used actionably, it can be shared to anyone. Also, as we say, how do we get it really actionable? And in our world, as we say, how does it get to the boardroom? We allow you to generate your own reports. You can have them private labeled. You can rearrange the data however you'd like, your resolution images. will carry over. You can make them bigger, you can make them smaller, you can see if things have been resolved, you can add more metadata. We dump this inside of our API into work order management system, so someone can virtually kind of think of radiology. You get an x-ray, the hospital, the radiologist could be on the other side of the country actually reading the exam. So that's kind of where we've done, from there. And then we also have the ability to generate a shareable link if we needed just some outside collaboration that they don't necessarily need to log in, they just need to see. So this could be shared with someone easily on a job site. It could be a supervisor, it could be a homeowner having to mark up from a pre-sale, it could be an OSHA inspection, it could be safety, fire marshal. We have plenty of use cases. Everyone keeps coming back and building different project types, different studies, but it drops it in real easy to where we can take these models, as we say, we really want to make them actionable. So that's NSPECT in about 5 minutes. Carla, does that work for you?
That works perfectly. It's just under 5 minutes. Really interesting use cases there. So there's some things that you don't think about in your day-to-day life, especially me who's not in the AEC community. Toxic dust, not a great thing to have on the job site. So fantastic solution. Let's see, a couple questions for you. I think you shared, but wondering how access works across teams, contractors, outside vendors. I'm assuming not everybody, ideally everybody would have an NSPECT account, but maybe they don't. So how do you just share that link and that's how folks get access?
There's you have internal users, and then there's external where you can just kind of have an anonymous, we tokenize it to where it could just be shared, but then people are not actually able to edit. And then we have guest accounts where you might need people to comment and collaborate that are not in your organization, but you just need feedback, from them.
Yeah, maybe a sub who completed the work and they need to update that it was
correct. It might be a punch list where you're on a final kind of working through a system, and then they say that this wall it could be a mirrors outlet that he marked up and said that the outlet wasn't shown, and he sent someone out and they actually went and cut out the outlet, replaced it, and then they could upload either another model or a picture of it, and then he could approve it now that he finally has his outlook back.
Great. And how does the alerting system work? It seems like there's some pretty important things that need to be addressed on job sites. How quickly does that happen? Does the person that needs to know right away, or do you tag them, or how do you make sure they get that in a timely manner?
Easily tag users, and you can decide if you want SMS notifications, text for different statuses. If it's a higher priority, maybe this type of category, or this is urgent. If it was a major safety concern, that maybe we email and text out to a safety manager, or maybe we just send a text to a group of people. Different, you customize it based on the status and what you need. It's a multi-tiered system.
2 more quick questions. Roberta says, I think it's possible to upload an ArchiCAD points cloud, right? You
can upload anything. We're gonna take it and ingest however you want to look at it to give that team the visibility that they need, full situational awareness of that property of where they are, and then to get into the boardroom and the hands.
Awesome. The second question is, when I click 2D pictures, is it possible to go 2D pictures to 3D dollhouse point deep link?
Yes, if you add those into your reports, or if you want to add them on, you can actually be looking at the 2D and then actually click that picture, and it'll take you back into the actual Matterport model, back to that same location. So you can then get more awareness and look around and get better understanding of what it is.
Very cool. 2 yeses. That's great news. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate your presentation.